So Jennifer's still messy and rubbing off on Kristen. Shareef done had open heart surgery, bless his heart. And CeCe is getting married to Byron. By time, child. Let's go ahead and get into this. What's going on, new, old, and potential subscribers? It's your girl Nesha here, back in the cut once again. Today we're going to review Basketball Wives. This is season 8, episode 1. So we start the episode off with Shaunie and her family. She tells us that her son Shareef will be getting open heart surgery due to, I believe, his arteries are growing in the wrong place, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so they're going up north to get the surgery done, and she's very... Of course, you know, this is her son, this is her baby, and he's getting all this surgery done, and this is probably his first time getting something so major. And so, of course, she's a little upset. She talks to her son, Miles, which is her twin, and so she's basically, they're just talking about the fact that it's going to be hard to see him in ICU like that. He's supposed to be there, I believe, 3 days or something like that. I can't remember the exact details, okay? But then she tells us in confessionals that since she's found out all this news, she hasn't really been giving her other 4 kids the attention that she used to get them because she's so consumed with what's going on with Shareef, but that's understandable. We go over to Evelyn. She's moving into a new house and loving it. You see her and her baby, the 5-year-old. They're kind of moving boxes around because she tells us that she has some joint pains. Not sure where those come from because she works out 2 times. I believe she said 2 times a day. I was like, girl, you be pushing it hard. I can't even get myself to do it 2 times a year, let alone 2 times a day. But then she tells us that her 5-year-old has more energy. He's able to move boxes better than she can because of this pain. She's not sure where it comes from, but she has it. Because his mom is in so much pain, the baby is like, listen, mama, I just don't want you to die. Just, mama, please don't die. And it's so funny because kids say the darndest things they don't really understand, and so that's what makes it so cute. Over to Tammy and Reggie. They are looking for ski wear, I believe, and they are married. So they tell us that they're married, and she's excited, but she hasn't told any of the girls because she does not want them in her business. She doesn't even wear the ring around the girls because she does not want them judging her or saying something or being negative. She just does not want that energy, and it's so necessary because some people can be so dang negative, especially those that are miserable Evelyns, but whatever, okay? That's just my opinion. So Tammy tells us that she's acting, she's working, and I think she has 4 TV shows. She tells us about a shoe line that she's working on, and also we know that she has that Bonnet and Brunch thing because of that Tammy Ever After TV show that she has. So your girl is booked and busy and collecting them checks, so I ain't even mad at her. I really believe that Basketball Wives is just another check for her, and she only stays the allotted time that she need to in order to collect those checks because she's really not interested. You can tell her heart is not in the Basketball Wives anymore, and I'm here for it. I'm here for Tammy being happy ever after, honey. So now we are with Byron and CeCe. They're actually working out, doing some sort of, look like a basketball exercise or whatever. And so she says that she hopes her ring doesn't fall off. So then now we know that she is engaged. And I'm so happy for CeCe. She definitely deserves it. I think it's about time. We talk about Kristen and the fact that she hadn't talked to Kristen since Amsterdam. But that's okay because I didn't like the way that Kristen treated her back in Amsterdam, okay? And so Byron is a little bit upset, and he's like, look, I really don't care if I never speak to her again, but I do want my son to be in my wedding as my best man. So now we're going to have that issue. You want the husband there, which is your son, so I get it, but you don't want his wife there? You really think he's going to show up for the wedding? Okay, okay, Byron, all right. I didn't understand the logic, but I get why he's frustrated. This tells me that Kristen was just looking for something to talk about for her storyline, and that's just what it is, but Byron is just not here for it, okay? But anyway, congratulations to CeCe. She's going to be getting married. So he's walking around now doing good. Shaunie's happy for him. Shaquille actually FaceTimes her. So then we see him on the phone and he's telling her how beautiful she is. And she tells us that now they're in a better place, that they're able to co-parent, and she considered him her best friend. So I was like, kudos to you, girl. That's really good. I'm happy for her. And so he just tells her how good of a job that she's doing. Moving over to CeCe in Malaysia, they're ring shopping, trying to find matching sets for her and Byron. And so we talk about the fact that she hasn't talked to Kristen since Amsterdam, and also that Byron does not want Kristen to be at the wedding. He does want his son, not Kristen. Of course, Malaysia is like, I'm torn here because I like her and I like you. We need to fix this thing out. I just feel like my issue with CeCe is that she kind of like, even though it's true information, right? We know from the previous scene that Byron is not really feeling Kristen and doesn't really want her there. We know that. But I just think some stuff she needs to keep to herself. Some stuff needs to just stay talk between the spouse, because that's where the last mess came from because of what he said behind closed doors. And now this is happening again. And I don't see you taking accountability for all this stuff that's happening. So I don't know how I feel. I know how I feel. I don't like it. I don't like the fact that she's going, after he tells her something, she run back and she go tell the girls. I really don't care for that part because it's just keeping a mess. And she tells Malaysia that she has blocked Kristen's number and she doesn't intend on talking to Kristen. I just don't see how it's going to happen with y'all having a whole wedding, his son's in it, her husband, and she's not to attend. I didn't see how that was going to work. So then we move over to the mountains for a mind, body, spirit cleanse with the shaman, with Evelyn, Jackie, and Kristen, okay? And so she feels like Tammy has put some type of voodoo on her. She can't prove that Tammy did it, but she heard through the grapevine that Tammy is into voodoo. And so she's going to get this cleanse. And so right after the cleanse, she says she doesn't feel any different, but she thinks it's something that has to like work itself down or whatever. I don't know. I didn't understand why you meeting in the mountains and all that anything. I didn't understand that. CeCe has not talked to Kristen. And we talk about the fact that Kristen found out that CeCe was engaged via social media with everybody else. And she feels some type of way. Why do you feel some type of way, Kristen? She's not into you. Y'all not talking to each other. So I didn't understand why you felt like you should have been told. Like she owed you that. No, she didn't. You really don't care for her. So why do you even really care about the fact that she's engaged to Byron? Jennifer reached out to Kristen in order to talk. I guess Jennifer is now, I don't know, Jennifer says she changed, but we'll find that out. Now moving on to this heart health event that Shaunie is throwing on behalf of Shareef. And the purpose of this event is just to spread awareness of your heart health. Go ahead, get yourself checked, get yourself tested regularly. You know, some of us don't like to go to the doctor, but I try to keep my yearly exams. We talk about the fact that Jen sent Shaunie a message during the time that all of this happened with Shaunie. That is, that's to be expected. I think Jen still has a heart. She's not that evil, okay? So, it was expected something so serious to happen for her to reach out and just say, despite everything that's going on, look, girl, I'm here for you. I'm rooting for you. I'm praying for you. But Shaunie does not plan to invite her to the event. She did leave it out on the open. Like, if y'all wanted to, you can. But I will not be the one to do that because I don't respect what she did. Now we're going to move on to Jennifer meeting up with Kristen. And so basically they talked about the event. She invited her to the heart health event that Shaunie was throwing. And then Jennifer says that she's not interested in meeting up with LaQuisha, aka Malaysia, since what happened in Amsterdam. Okay, she's not interested in meeting up with her. And then we also talk about the fact that Shaunie should not be surprised that Shaq is being accused of cheating or being accused of sleeping with another woman. And she's like, because she didn't understand why Shaunie was so shocked. This is public information. Everybody knows that he's a cheater. So why did she take this so personal? And then Kristen says, well, the reason why is because this is her friend. So we're going to obviously see the difference there. So basically, you admitted to what you said, but then now you're trying to justify what you said by saying, since he's a cheater anyway, it shouldn't matter. And I just said, you know what, Jennifer just can't, she don't know how to do right to save her life. No matter how far you get with Jennifer, you think that she's doing something different, you think that she done found the light, Jennifer always finds herself right on back. She right on back in the dark hole. She's completely missing the point. It's about the fact that you are accusing her friend of sleeping with her children's father. Not only that, her and her children's father have a really good relationship. So you're disrespecting him, which is disrespecting her, and you're also disrespecting her kids, and we all know how she is about her kids, okay? I think she's like Evelyn on 10. So I just didn't understand why Jennifer would say something like that. Like, she's just so careless and dismissive, like, just didn't even care. Over to Tammy and Reggie, and they're getting ready to go meet with Jackie and Doug. And so basically when they get over to this dinner, Jackie and Doug, or well, really Jackie, is fishing, trying to see if they're gonna get married. You know, what are y'all plans? Y'all are so cute together. So then Jackie's like, yeah, y'all the next B and J, like, y'all are good together, y'all a power couple. And she's like, no, I wouldn't say B and J. I'd be more like a Lucius and Cookie, okay? I wouldn't say B and J. She kind of dodged the fact that Jackie is like, look, when are y'all get married? She dodged that a little bit. She wasn't ready to talk about it because we already know at this point she's already married, had been married. Just doesn't want the girls to find out that she's married because she doesn't want them all in her business. And that's understandable. But I think this was the longest time I've seen Tammy in a scene in a while. So I was impressed by her sitting there talking with Jackie. But I think when it comes to Tammy, she's more concerned with who the scene is with. If it's with somebody where she feel like she can potentially get into an argument, she's not interested. And that is the grown woman in her. So I can't even be mad at Tammy. So then we move on over to this heart health awareness event with Shaunie. And pretty much everybody showed up. Tammy showed up for literally 5 minutes. She done got all dressed, came there, hugged Shaunie, hugged the boys, and then literally left. I was like, Tammy, you probably could have just came in there in your sweats. You ain't need to get dressed in all this red. CeCe walked in and acted like she didn't even see Kristen. She just kept it moving. But I can't even blame CeCe because Kristen is a freaking handful. CeCe ends up again, she's running her mouth and telling the fact that Byron does not want Kristen there at the wedding, but does want Thomas to be at the wedding. So I was like, okay, here we go again, CeCe. You running that mouth. You need to stop. It gets back to Kristen of what she said, of what CeCe said, that Byron said. And Kristen doesn't want to believe that Byron would say something like that. She's like, no, Byron didn't say that. She needs to say that to me because Byron would say that. I'm like, yeah, sweetie, you missed it, but he did. You should have saw it, girl. It was good too. He was like, I don't want her there. And if she never speaks to me again, I'm okay with it. Then Kristen feels like it is her business to go over on this day of love and heart health awareness and to tell Shaunie that Jennifer said, basically, she was like, it ain't headline news that he is a cheater, so why are you mad? And so Shaunie was like, wait, what? She said, what? She's like, yeah. Basically, she was like, she don't know why you so upset because he is a cheater. He's done this before, so why are you mad? And so then, of course, Shaunie is like, well, the reason why I'm mad is, she goes all into that. And she's like, you know what? Kristen said, I invited her here. She said, but you better tell her not to come. How about that? Jennifer ends up popping up and Shaunie is pissed. She leaves her own party. Shaunie is, I was like, how you gonna leave your own party? You gonna leave your guests, Shaunie? You could have at least stayed and told the people bye. You just got your kids and gone. You bumped out. But I get it. It's like, how the hell you gonna tell me that because he has a history of cheating, I shouldn't be so mad? Like, that was crazy. I think it was Malaysia that was sitting down and telling Jennifer, hey, she's a little pissed off because of what happened. And I heard that you said blah, 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 blah. And she's like, okay, that's facts. That's facts, what I said. It's facts. Jennifer is so dismissive. But Jennifer, this is supposed to be the new version of Jennifer. And honestly, it looks like Messy on 10. And that I don't give a dang attitude. But anyway, whatever the case is, I'm here for it. Anyway, y'all, that's all I have for this review of Basketball Wives Season 8. Go ahead, get into the comments. Let me know what you thought about Jennifer's new attitude. What do you think about Shaunie walking out on her party? Do you think she should be upset? Was Jennifer right? Why are we shocked that he is being accused of cheating when he is a cheater? Do you think she's right or do you think she was wrong about that, all right? And what do you think about Evelyn saying that Tammy put voodoo on her? I'm like, Evelyn is so desperate to get underneath Tammy's skin to where you would even now accuse the girl of voodoo? Anyway, y'all, get into the comments. Let me know what you think, and until next time.
Yeah, low key, maybe high key. I been peeped that you like.